Hi everyone, this is Dave the Prayer Guy. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I greatly appreciate it. Um, my vision is to see God's mission fueled with prayer and to encourage other people to kind of focus their prayers on God's mission of making disciples and building disciples today. And so, one of the disciples that we have the privilege as parents and as youth leaders and as anybody who knows a teenager is to help a teenager grow in their discipleship. And one of the ways we can help them grow is praying, and especially praying for God's mission. And so, teenagers, they're kind of in this time of life where they're not really a kid, but they're definitely not yet an adult yet. But they have a passion. And it could be a passion about changing the world in some way, or it could be something totally different than changing the world. It could just be their passion, could be playing baseball or playing another sport or maybe playing music, whatever that passion is. And they're looking for their place in the world. And hopefully they're seeking that identity, their place with God. They're not just kind of doing it on their own, but they're doing it with God. And we can kind of come alongside them and point them to God in hopes that they are seeking God as well as these other things in life that they're seeking, because that's that's what teenagers do. They change, they grow. But so how do we help them really to pray for God's mission? And I think we got to start with their passion. I think we got to start with their interest, because whatever they're interested in, God gave it to them. God, in the one of the Psalms, say, "I'll give you the desires of your heart." So whatever they're interested in, whatever they're desiring for, it's something that came from God. So once you know that passion, you can turn it into a purpose, help them turn it into a purpose, and pray how they would use to grow the kingdom. How does playing music grow the kingdom? What type of teammate can they be while they're playing sports? Um, what type of employee are they going to be? And how that's going to help them grow the kingdom where they're at. So, so encourage them to think in those terms, no matter what they end up wanting to be. And then also encourage them to pray for their friends at school, especially the ones that don't know Jesus, but also their friends that do know Jesus, because they need to grow as well. If they are part of a Bible study at school, pray that they'll invite others to join them. Help them to pray about who to invite to youth group. Maybe God's calling them to lead that Bible study in the high school or the middle school. I mean, that would be wonderful if that's what they are called to do by God, but maybe they're just called just to be a part of it. And you can kind of help them pray about this stuff and kind of be that example for them, and then say, okay, so this is how I pray. Um, how do you want to pray? How do you want to ask God the same thing? And so finally, just what are their interests, and just be creative, go with God, and all about this, how they can advance God's kingdom. All right, so thank you. Those are just my thoughts. If you have others that you want to share, I would love to hear them. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and oh, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, may the Lord be with you.